All right, hi guys. So this is Memoirs Lesson 4 Part 2. Please make sure that you watch Memoirs Lesson 4 Part 1 to get more insight into the assignments due this week. But this right here is all about the second part of your assignment that's due, okay? And this is your final project, your memoir piece. So in the last video, I spoke about this assignment that's due. You guys have 2 documents this week that you have to turn in by Friday at 11:59 p.m. So your assignments are both due Friday, April 24th at 11:59 p.m. And the first one is here. I explained it in the first video, so please watch that one if you want to know more about this lesson. This video is all about your final project, which is your memoir piece, okay? So this is what you're going to do here. And I'm going to go over the directions, how you're going to do it, how you're going to go into your lesson, and how you're going to find the feedback that I gave you. So the directions say, type out the final draft of your memoir on this document. Make all the changes necessary based on the feedback you received from your teacher. So I gave you guys each feedback on your memoirs. A lot of it has to do with showing, not telling, and with figurative and descriptive language. Please make sure you go back into the last video because I talk about that one there. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your memoirs piece, right? And so essentially what I did is I added myself to period 1's class. So I'm technically a student in period 1 now. So I'm going to go find my Google Classroom. I'm going to go into my period 1, or I'm going to go into my period, Miss Conde's period, and I'm going to find the assignment that was due. So the assignment that was due was Memoirs Lesson 3. I'm going to click it, and I'm going to find everything that I had there. And then I see that Miss Conde added a private comment, right? So this is a comment that I can add to give you specifically, and this is a comment between me and you as my student. And so I said this is a good attempt. When revising, focus on descriptive and figurative language. And again, I spoke about descriptive and figurative language in the last video, so please go watch it. But don't just focus on this. What I want you guys to do, don't just focus on my private comment, focus on your work. So you're going to click that, and it's going to open you up to the assignment that you guys had to submit last week, which is Memoirs Lesson 3. And if you're going to scroll all the way down, I obviously didn't do the whole thing because this is the most important part. You're going to go down to your memoir piece, and you're going to see all of this. So I made a lot of comments and revisions on your memoir piece. And so what you're going to do is you're either going to have the option to accept the suggestion or reject the suggestion, but obviously my suggestions are awesome. So it's important that you accept it, but I want to walk you through the kinds of suggestions that I gave you. So I gave you formatting suggestions, and formatting just means that you are not formatting your text correctly. So this means that you are not centering your text, you are not indenting the first line, you are not showing me that there are different paragraphs, okay? A lot of you guys wrote me one gigantic blob. It needs to be in separate paragraphs, and you do this by either adding a line, space in between these paragraphs, or you indent, okay? And the way you indent is that you hit the tab. There's a little button on your computer that says tab. You hit that, and it gives you this little space here. So what you're going to do here is where a lot of the things that I gave you were to format or to add. If I told you to add a title, sometimes I actually gave you just a regular comment, and you'll see that because I highlighted it. Sometimes, again, a little comment. If I told you to replace, it's because you probably made a grammar mistake, so you misspelled something here. I misspelled accomplished, and I spelled it accomplished. And so format, replace, little comment, or add are the types of comments that you're going to get. So you're going to go through all of them. You're going to read all of them, and you're going to accept the suggestion, right? So once you accept the suggestion, it's going to go, the little comment's going to go away. So when it says add a title, you're going to accept that suggestion, but then you're going to go back here and you're going to actually add your title. So I'm going to add that title, okay? So if I said to add a title, that's how you're going to do it. Then if I say to indent the first line, I'll accept the suggestion, and the little pink will go away in the paragraph. If I said here, like what? Add more detail. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click this here. I'm going to resolve it, and then I'm going to add more detail. So the superhero paraphernalia, like Iron Man statue, Spider-Man portrait, and the Flash picture was everywhere. I spelled that wrong. All right. So if I say add more detail here, I'm again going to click resolve, and I'm going to go back into this, and I'm going to add more detail, right? I had my favorite guilty pleasure all around me. Pleasure is actually like the Flash, Batman, and Spider-Man. Okay, so if you resolve those comments, you need to actually fix what I told you to fix. It's important that you fix it. Then here, if I say to replace, again, you're gonna just accept the suggestion and the right spelling is gonna stay there. Again, if you accept this, it'll indent, replace so sweet with too sweet, right there with there. All you have to do is accept these suggestions, okay? And it'll get, most of it will get fixed, but the comments that I told you to fix, you need to go back and actually add those details in. A lot of you guys were telling me things and not showing me things, and so you need to go back and you need to fix that yourself. And so how you would do that is you would basically fix it on here, but the most important thing of all of this that I need you guys to know is that even though you're fixing it on here, what I need you to do is highlight it. You're going to highlight this whole thing. After you're done fixing everything, you're going to highlight it. You're going to right click. You're going to click copy. You're going to go to the final project because this is what's due. You're going to right click again and you're going to click paste. Once you fixed all of it, that's what you're going to do. And that's what you're going to turn in. So you're going to fix it here based on all of the comments that you saw, but you're going to turn it in by copying and pasting and fixing and adding all your little details here where it says final project, your memoir piece, because this is what I'm grading, okay? Do not resubmit this assignment. I will not grade it. You are submitting it here, okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. This is basically your assignment. And then once we're done with this, we're done with memoirs, and then we're going to move on to something else. So this is due Friday, April 24th at 11:59 p.m. Please make sure you're getting all your assignments done. And please make sure you are watching memoirs lesson 4 part 1 and lesson 4 part 2, which is this video. I hope you guys have a great day. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. Bye, guys.